Are y'all ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you.
Aye, aye, Captain!
Ooh. Who can go deep sea diving without oxygen tanks? Not us, that's for sure. Humans are unable to go deep sea diving without oxygen. Mixed gases, but you said you didn't breathe them. 'Cause you said you didn't need them. That gas is a real mixed gas. Nitro. Small C, all the divers know of it. Compressed gas, watch it mix safely. Quick release the trimix and descend slowly. Oxygen isn't just good for breathing above ground. We also need it for recreational activities such as deep sea scuba diving. But not just any oxygen. We need a mixture of gases such as nitrix, trimix, and helix to be able to explore the depths of our glorious ocean. How come we have to use other gases, you say? Well, oxygen becomes toxic at a certain depth within the water. This is because the partial pressure of oxygen increases. Partial pressure means the pressure of a gas on an individual within a medium. This increase of oxygen's partial pressure can cause tunnel vision, mild to severe nausea, dizziness, and convulsions that come without warning. This is why compressed gas is usually used for safe and standard recreational diving limits. But if divers wish to exceed these depth/time limits,
Because you like that, you're about the wildlife.
the special gases that were previously mentioned, nitrix, trimix, and helix, are required. So, Nitrox, tell me a little bit about yourself.
People call me enriched air. I'm made up of nitrogen and oxygen. I have more oxygen than normal. I mean, it's about 32%.
Tell us about why people use you for scuba diving.
Well, it's nothing much really. I mean, because of my composition, I allow divers to go for longer decompression limits.
Decompression limits. What's that?
Oh, it's decompression limits is just the amount of time that a diver can stay underwater without real air.
Good. And when are you used?
I'm usually used for the descent into water. After about 100 meters, people usually they switch up on me, and use other gases. Yeah.
Why is it that you are so commonly used?
I guess to understand that, you would have to talk to decompression sickness, I guess. Yeah.
Alright, thank you. I'll be back.
Thank you.
Decompression sickness. Is there a special reason why Nitrox told me to talk to you? What do you do?
Good question. I usually cause many divers to feel sick after their dive.
Why is that?
Well, it occurs when a diver ascends from the water at a quick pace. You see, when oxygen is inhaled underwater, the nitrogen component of it remains in the body for the duration of the dive. But
This requires the diver to ascend at a slow pace with breaks in between to give time for the oxygen to dissolve within the bloodstream. But by ascending quickly, the nitrogen doesn't have enough time to dissolve, and then it kind of like forms bubbles within the diver's blood and tissue. So like it's kind of like the bubbles that you that are created when you open a can of pop, you know, just fizzing everywhere. But yeah, that's basically who I am and what I do. Not very pleasant now. Alright. Thank you for your time. Alright, thanks. Nitrox, explain yourself.
So basically, because of my composition, I decrease the amount of nitrogen in your bloodstream, and that allows for more driving time. So that's why I'm more commonly used. Yeah.
That's all I need at the moment. Thank you. Trimix, we've heard a lot about me as a scientist. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
You know me. People always call me Trimix. I guess it's because I'm made out of oxygen, nitrogen, helium.
Alright, anything else I should know?
Well, I'm used when divers they want to go further down into the water, you know, like I guess after about 100 feet they switch out nitrix and use me instead. It's because I'm a better combo, you know, better for the lungs. And
so you're used for recreational diving?
Not really. After about 100 feet, it's not really considered recreational, you know.
That's all I need at the moment. Thank you.
Alright, no problem.
Finally, Heliox. Tell me about yourself.
You already know my name is Heliox. I'm made up of oxygen and helium.
And at what depth are you usually used for?
I'm used for divers that want to go up to about 100 to 200 feet in the water. Going more than that while you're breathing in heliox isn't really recommended.
Why is that?
I can cause like high pressure nervous syndrome, and it's a shaking sensation that can lead to unconsciousness, and therefore drowning.
Thank you.
Alright, thank you. Bye.
Now we should go over some of the dangers of scuba diving. The first one we'll be talking about is pulmonary barotrauma. This is caused when a rapid ascent to the surface does not allow for the gas inside a diver's lungs to clear out properly. The lungs then swell and eventually they pop, causing death. The next danger is called nitrogen narcosis. Nitrogen narcosis is the narcotic effect of extra nitrogen in the body. It impairs judgment and sensory perception. This is caused by breathing in nitrogen at a high partial pressure. The deeper a diver descends, the higher the partial pressure of nitrogen and other gases will be. Therefore, the deeper the diver goes, the greater the narcosis. Most divers experience mild narcosis at about 100 feet. By approximately 140 feet, divers will experience a significant amount of narcosis. At this point, instructors should end the session and begin a slow ascent to the surface. Now, what are the effects of narcosis? It is usually euphoric or stressful emotions. If a diver is too relaxed and happy, they may not care when they exceed their tank pressure. A diver that is too stressed may panic and rush to the surface, causing pulmonary barotrauma or decompression sickness. It impairs mental and physical judgment, causing slow reaction times and inability to evaluate situations. It causes impaired thermoregulation, which means temperature control. The shivering reaction in the body that helps warm humans up is reduced. A diver with narcosis may be chilled to the bone, but will feel warm because of the impairment to his mind and body. This can lead to hypothermia. The last danger is malfunctioning equipment. This can be a broken depth gauge, which can lead to decompression sickness, or a bad regulator. A regulator is a device that delivers gas to the diver. This can cause death.